I'd like to welcome you to a Blackstone seasoning video. Here we go. So this is a 22-inch Blackstone hardtop griddle with lid. And what we're going to do is we're going to season it. So to start off with, we're going to put the oil, just do one nice big S on top. That's enough for you to have all the oil you need. The next part is to grab a kitchen cloth and spread it around the entire surface of the griddle. So take a piece of kitchen roll and spread this around. Now you should be able to cover the entire surface of the griddle like this. Now this is a brand new one, so it's going to absorb a little bit more oil than we would normally do on a cook, but let's have a look here. Make sure you go up the side walls and the back here, because what you're going to do is try and get a good coating in order for this to cover the entire surface. Now to ignite it, all you do is press in the control knob and then turn it to the ignition part, and you can see underneath we now have a flame. Across to this one, do the same thing on this side, turn it round, ignite, and you can see that blue flame has appeared there. That's going to start the heating process for the surface of your griddle. And now let's take a look what happens when it starts to burn in. So now you can see the Blackstone logo at the back. It's still silver, and what we're going to do is burn the oil, and we're going to change the molecular structure of the oil to create a continuous film over the surface of the griddle, and this is what will create the non-stick surface for your cooking area. This is the surface of a 22-inch griddle, and it's standing on the seasoned surface of a 36. So you can see the you can see the color difference between the silver and the black here, and again on this side. So we're going to turn this one to that color. Now you can see on the edge of this one, you see the reflection where there's a little bit of oil left over on the side area here. But now what's happening, it's starting to smoke. So that's the oil beginning to embed itself into the surface of the griddle and onto the sidewalls. You can even see a little bit of colour change now that's happening at the back there. And again, there's a little bit of excess oil in the corner here, which will burn out as the temperature rises in that area. That's our first layer. Now you can see the smoke coming off the griddle of that oil as it's creating the surface for cooking. The second layer, a nice big S across the top, and then we start to move that to spread it across the surface of the griddle, and then do the side walls as well to get those seasoned as well. Layer 3 being added. As you can see on the top, we've got coloration starting across the center, and you can see where the highest level of heat is coming from the burners. So it's now starting to create its seasoned surface after 3 coats. Now all we're going to do is lay a quick layer of oil down, so kind of a giant S shape. Actually this one's a bit more like a W. Spread it across to create that nice surface so our pancake mixture doesn't stick, which is great. And spread that across. We're going to let that heat up firstly, and then we're going to pour our pancake mixture in. So what I'm going to do is pour into the Blackstone batter container the beautiful pancake mixture, and I'll let you into a little secret. So we get up to about there, that'll do us. Oh, caught it with a finger, bananas. Like that on the edge. Save yourself some of that. You can use this base as a stand so that if any of the mixture drops through once it's dispensing, you can catch it. In the meantime, you can put it up there to stop any flying things getting in it. Now what we do is we press the handle down, squeeze it, and it drops the world's best Instagrammable pancake shape straight away. So we're going to drop 3 in this space here. 1, 2, and 3. And what I'm going to do in this little exercise is show you what it's like when the surface of the griddle is cooking, so you can see the different temperatures that are in the different zones on this 22-inch Blackstone griddle. So, got a smaller one there. And over on the far side, there's some bigger ones here. And then use the top to perform the base, and then that stops any of the mixture dripping and getting anywhere you need it. So now on these pancakes you can see they're starting to cook through. The temperature's on maximum on these knobs, and it's been going for probably 5-10 minutes. And you can see that the surface of those pancakes is still shiny and wet. What we're looking for is to get the edges of the pancakes, so just that edge surface is starting to solidify and cook and create that reaction that is cooking them to absolute perfection. And then we'll turn them over so you can see the difference in temperature across the entire surface of the griddle. So now you can see the wetness on the surface of the pancakes is almost gone. So the first pancake we did was over here on this far corner. You can see that on this side it's more cooked than it is on the far side, which is an indication of temperature. So if we look around the edges, you can see they're wetter. That one in the middle is less wet than the others. Equally, this one is probably the best cooked, highest temperature, here, here, here. So these four are the warmest part of this griddle surface. And you can see the others down here. And what I'm going to do now is turn each one of them over very quickly so you can see the coloration difference between each one. Perfect. So now you can see there's a little bit of steam coming up from here. And I'm going to turn each one of these over so you can see the colour difference in the cooks. The best part of doing this is just the smell. I wish this was smell-o-vision, because you could smell how gorgeous these pancakes smell. Oh. Try to do left hand and right hand at the same time. So now what you can see, if we kind of come in close and work with my cameraman here, you can see that there's a different temperature in the center of the griddle in this kind of cross shape. So you can see here, this was on this side of the griddle and this one was on this side. So it got lighter to the back, lighter to the back, and this core area was, you can see there's lighter, lower temperature in this area, here, here, and here. So it gives you a good idea doing pancakes on your first cook to know where the hot spots are within your griddle. Now that we've given them about a minute on the other side, what I'm going to do is flip them over so you can see how that has affected the other side and how beautifully they've cooked. So you can see here. Coloration on the pancakes now, because they've been cooked over on the whole surface, is actually quite even. And we've got that first and second side gives you, they are now ready to be served. Our very first batch of pancakes on a Blackstone 22-inch griddle with hood. And this is a beautiful stack of pancakes just prior to being consumed.